Do you have bipolar? Do you suffer from your ups and downs during summer and winter? Are you manic? Are you depressive? Maybe it's depressed. Same thing. I know that summer is pretty good for me. I get to get out and enjoy the weather, so I'm a little more happy, a little more energetic, where winter drags me down, so I become manic as well as depressed. But the way I fix the mania is shopping. But it'll be pretty extreme from, well, I have 2 bearded dragons already. I can get another one because they eat the same thing. I always have an overabundance of food, so I can take care of it just fine. And I end up doing that. And then I'll have 3. Then I'll think about getting a 4th one. David, will you build me another enclosure, and we'll figure out where to put it. But I don't want to put it there because then I won't be able to interact with it and it'll be lonely. So maybe we shouldn't do that. We've got 3 already. But I still think about it and we still talk about it because he's also bipolar. So he goes through the mania just as bad. It'll be, oh, can we get another puppy? We've got 3 dogs, but just we'll get another one, and we have enough dog food and things like that. We can afford another one, so we'll do that. A lot of times I'll go to either Amazon, Walmart, Temu. A lot of times it'll be Temu because I was going through a phase of garlic. It sounds weird, but where I was getting fresh garlic, and I bought a garlic press, and it's kind of a piece of shit, so I don't use it. And I will go and buy things that usually are good, and a lot of times it's clothes. Last year it was clothes, where, well, I bought this vest, or I should say, I bought this pair of boots, and they're brown, so I need a brown vest to go with it. I have black boots. Well, I need a black vest. And I never wore vests before. I thought they were just gaudy. But now all of a sudden I'm into vests. I bought this purple shirt and I have these blue pants. But I need a white vest to go with it. I have a big phone and it doesn't fit in my purse. So I have to find a purse. But it has to be this color to match the boots or the jacket. I mean, I get really extreme with that. That was last year. This year, I don't know. I've already, he's asked me to go on Temu and find him some shop lights. And I talked to him about it because Temu's different now. They have distribution centers in the United States. So if you buy from local, that's what they call it, local, you buy that, and then Temu has a $15 or $20 minimum that you have to buy in order to complete your order. So you find what you want, but then you still have to please Temu and meet their quantities. It's really stupid. It pisses me off. I don't even really shop there anymore. Yeah, the cough. So, I don't know. It's just stupid because I want to go shopping, but now with Christmas coming up, I want to start that, but I really don't know what to get. We go grocery shopping, and it's like I like to buy things in 2s because let's say you're using mail. Oh shit, you run out and you need more and you don't have any more. So it's like I buy things in 2s and I always have. It's just the way that I shop. So now on a limited income, I usually will go through my list, my grocery list, and say, okay, well, we really only need one. Or if we run out, I'll figure something out. Um, go look in the freezer and see how much chicken we have. Oh, we have a lot of chickens. I don't have to buy any chicken. We have, this, so I don't really need to buy that. But usually it's, cans of soup for cooking. Well, I have a can of cream of chicken, but I really need two. I like to buy things in two. So yeah, we are both manic, where he will say he wants or needs something, and I'll say, well, let me check the budget. Let me check and see how much money we have. And that'll determine whether or not. But if I want something, it's like, I'm going to get it. Right now I'm using my old webcam. And tomorrow I'm getting my new one, because I took the old one back. So, not the old one, but the new one back, so I could get a bigger external hard drive. And then I cleared off, I had a 2 terabyte. I cleaned that one off. It's empty. I moved everything onto the 4, because that one will last me forever. And so then he could have the 2 terabyte for his PlayStation, and he could download a whole bunch of games. So you see how that worked out? It worked out good. I gave him the smaller one, which he could use, and I got a bigger one, which obviously I could use. But my point is, we're depressed and we get manic in order to make that depression better. Whether it's electronics, clothing, animals, it doesn't matter. We'll have what we want, and then, we need a sound bar. We need shoes. We don't need anything. We do it to satisfy that mania. And that mania will be satisfied for a little while, and then it'll be either take it back because it satisfied us, or find something else. It's just how we both are manic, so we don't do each other any favors. Last year, I bought him for Christmas a whole new wardrobe, because he just really didn't have any clothes. So I bought him all this new clothes from Temu, and I didn't spend a lot of money, but I got a lot of stuff, and it was great, because at the time the minimum was $10. And then he bought me not any clothes, because God, don't buy me clothes. I'll buy my own clothes. I don't like other people buying my clothes for me, because I don't think their taste will be good. But I know that for my birthday, a couple years ago, I think it was, I went to Amazon and I picked out stuff, and I made a list of birthday things that I would like. And then I handed him the iPad, I believe, and he picked out things for me that was on my list, and that's what he bought me without me knowing. So that's kind of fun. I guess we could do that on Temu, but again, I don't trust other people's taste when it comes to me. I have to pick it out myself. So right now we've got the 4 dogs. The youngest is a puppy. The youngest is not a puppy. The youngest is he just turned 1, and then we have Pop. What the hell is her name? I don't even know. See, that's the problem. I forget, because we've gone through, a few. Now it's gonna drive me nuts what her name is. But so she's really little, so she doesn't eat a lot. She's normally quiet, except when she plays and she barks, and it's ear piercing. But there's no puppy. I joke about it, oh, can I get a puppy? I joke, but it's pretty much the time that he has to stop painting outside because it's too cold. It's like 33 degrees out, I think. So I'm all tucked up. He put when it was 81 degrees the other day, he was putting window plastic up. So it was freaking hot in here. It was like, geez, but he had to do it. I'm trying to turn this because I put up some decorations because I was telling you the wall was too white. It was driving me nuts. It was like 5:30 in the morning the other day. I decided I bought those at Temu, and they were just sitting there, just like everything else that we buy. We buy it, and certain things we do use, but certain things are like, what the fuck did I buy this for? But I know that when my paycheck comes in, I have to buy the dragons some things. Just, mealworms, and I can't remember what else. Oh yeah, I have to buy some adult dubia roaches because mine kind of died off. Not all of them, but I need babies. I don't have a whole lot of babies to feed them. So I have to buy some. And dubia roaches are really expensive because it takes a long time for them to... They produce the babies fast, really fast, like 30 or 40. No, I think it's even more than that at a time. But it takes a long time for them to grow. And then the females, I know this is way off topic, I don't care. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, but the females actually give live birth, and then they can only have 9 rounds of babies and then they die. It's bizarre. So I thought about doing a bearded dragon channel, but there's so many that I just like I know enough, and there's other channels that know more or don't agree. I don't agree with what they say, so I just don't want to take the heat. I'll just be okay the way it is. One will say, oh, they can have this, and one will say they can't have that, and it just drives you crazy. So I go with my instincts on what I've learned and feed them what I think they can have. And I've known, my neighbor had one. It was his daughter's, and he kept it in an aquarium, and he had a heat rock, and we're getting off topic. But the thing was still alive and 9 or 10 years old. And I pamper mine too much. I hand feed them. I baby them. So we're talking about, with mania. It's crazy. Because it's like, we need gas money. We found out today that David is going to be going about a little over an hour away to see a doctor down there about his surgery. I'm not worried because she's really good. Our doctor told us. He used to work with her. He worked with her, and he worked at that hospital for 24 years. And he doesn't look a speck over 24. Great doctor. Even when he's in a super hurry, he still will be straight up with you. He doesn't cut corners. And I'm finding that the doctors down here, some of them are real shit, and other ones are super good. So it's hit and miss, I think. I don't know. I guess he hopes to have the surgery done before the new year. I wanted to make a Thanksgiving dinner, and I might be able to dig some shit out of the freezer to make, because I didn't want to spend too much on food, because we have so much food already. It's when you have so much food, you get picky, and when you don't have a lot of food, you'll eat the dirt out the backyard. You're not real picky. You'll eat what you have. So, yeah, I just, with the mania, you go through and you're like, I want this, I want this, I want that. Oh, I need 2 of those. I need 3 of those. I need this. I need, and it's like, lately my addictions, this is strange, and I don't know really where they came from, but avocados and sweet potatoes. I'm like, I could eat those every day, and it'll go away. It's just a phase. But yeah, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I just got up at 10 because I have to see my doctor about my sleep pattern. I am so awake. And then during the day, I'm so drowsy. The medication is making my days and nights screwed up. So there's an issue there. I don't mind. I mean, my beer dragons mind, because they wake up at 7 in the morning and go to bed at 7 at night, and you have to feed them at a certain time. So sometimes I'll feed them at, I don't know, 1 or 2 in the morning, or 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and they're like, where have you been? Where's my fucking food? I believe they really say that by their attitudes, because bearded dragons can have attitudes, just like dogs and cats. And when the dogs settle down and everybody settles down, my cats roam around the house meowing real loud. It's like, shut up. It drives crazy sometimes. But those are the cats that I had before I met David, and they are, I think they're about 8 years old, and then the baby, she just turned 5 yesterday. And then today, I heard screaming. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? I hear screaming, and I'm freaking out really bad. I'm like, somebody's hurt, and somebody's screaming, and it's a little kid. And I turned on our security cam. It was trick-or-treating. I'm like, shit, I forgot. But I don't have any candy really to give them anyway. But still, they're screaming, and I just freaked out. But, it was just little kids. But I forgot all about trick-or-treating. Otherwise, I had to scrape some money together, and, we go to Walgreens, and they've got just crazy. And we were just at Walmart, so I could have got candy. Because that's fun for me. I don't especially like children, and I have my reasons for it. And most of all, I hate the screaming. Why do you have to scream? You don't have to scream. You just don't need to scream. I just hate it. It gets on my nerves, and it's annoying. Everybody has their thing. My kids, I said, you are not allowed to scream. It's not necessary. And they didn't. They did not scream. And it sounds crazy to not want your kids to scream. But what for? I mean, I could see if they yelled across the room to another. That's not screaming, that's yelling. Or, if they piss me off and then I start screaming, that's a different story. But not really. I just don't think children need to be screaming. It's unnecessary. So, anyway, back to the bipolar. I have, and I'll make it quick because I'm almost done. You have the mania, you have the depression, then you have what I have, the borderline personality disorder, which I am now learning more about, learning how to put it into remission, which I've never heard of. Never have I read anything about it, but my therapist wants me to decide if that's the direction I want to go. And the problem I have with that is I'm almost 53 years old. I was offered Adderall for ADD. He says I don't have ADHD. But my last, that just was weird. My last psychiatrist wanted to give me Adderall. And I said, no, I am this old. I don't want to change. I am who I am. So now with the borderline, he wants to change me. He wants me to change. I've been thinking about it. I talked to David about it. Do I really want to change? Sure, I have some issues that are culminated from that, but at my age, this is what I've developed into. This is who I am. Do I want to change that? And if I change that, who will I be? That's my concern. And my therapist wants a yes or no answer. And it's like, fuck no. I'm spunky and I'm strong, and I think what he means is like the push-pull. Maybe some other things that borderline has that I could change, but in reality, I don't want to change. And I even said in my one video that I'm afraid I'm going to change so much that David isn't going to like me anymore. Because in my head, I'm like, well, what's wrong with me? Yeah, I've got this, and I've got a little bit of that, but enough to want to change me? I don't know. I really don't. I mean, you are this way for 53 years, and then you want to change. It's kind of like you want to change me into a different person. I am this person. I even asked my last psychiatrist, if I went off my medication, who would I be? What would I be? If I didn't take this medication, and I'm just not so sure about this. I'm a little skeptical about changing me. Honestly, I think I'm just fine the way I am. Sure, there's little things here and there, but everybody's got that. Unless you're perfect, then let me fucking know. Because I'd like to meet somebody who's perfect. But, I have some things, of course, that are issues, but I don't think they're that horrible. David has rage. I have anger. Mine's just, a couple steps down. But we managed to work things out. And that's just it. We managed to work things out. But I don't think it's about him. I know it's about me. But do I want to change? Not really, honestly. It's going to be work. I don't want to do that. Who wants to do that? No, it's not about that. It's about I'm used to who I am. I'm used to handling things the way I do. I'm used to behaving the way that I do, which is pretty sassy. I'm used to problem solving the way I do. I'm used to just being the way I am. And now you want to change me? That's nuts. But that's what he wants to do, because the borderline has where it could take a year to go into remission, and 5 years, 16 years. This is a video that I watched. The thing is maybe I don't want to. And not only that, is what does it entail? So, okay, I will. Sometimes me thinking is sheer exhaustion. Being bipolar, being mentally ill, I don't like those terms because I don't feel ill. I feel perfectly healthy. My blood work tells me I'm perfectly healthy. You know, that's the hard part, is you don't feel ill. Sure, I don't do things the way everybody else does, because then I wouldn't be unique. I want to be different. I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be me. And if that means you want to fucking label me, excuse my French, because I have a feeling people aren't watching me because I swear. Well, I've seen people have millions of freaking followers because they swear. Whatever. I don't care. I tell it how it is. Some people don't like it. Well, then they can go find other friends. But I really don't want to change. I kind of am. You know how they say, you're stuck in your own skin? I never heard that one, but it sounds good. You're the way you are. But I'm that way for a reason. Because I'm me. I don't want to be somebody else. So I'm going to cry. Have a good night.